Today's video is going to be about finding the bathroom in Spain. The reason being is there's so many different ways to say bathroom and to read the word bathroom. So we're going to tell you the different words to say bathroom and your options on a busy Friday night, Saturday night, how to find the bathroom and where to go. So Fred here lived in Spain and he's gonna give us some suggestions and helpful tips. So, honey, of course I understand you just go back to your, standard high school English, dónde está el baño. But what are the other ways to say bathroom?
Well, you can always ask dónde está el baño. I think most of the time, even a Spaniard, if they're just in their conversational Spanish, asking where the bathroom is, dónde está el baño, dónde están los baños, But the trouble is that the signs don't always say baño. In fact, they don't usually say baño. The first one that you'll see a lot from the moment you get off the airplane is aseos. Another way that you'll see it is servicios. Spaniards actually pronounce it servicios if you want to, in most parts of Spain. And it literally means the services, but it's a polite way to put bathrooms. You put the services. And then so if you see the sign in the restaurant that says servicios, then you've found the bathroom.
Any other names?
Yes. You'll also see lavabos. It literally refers to the sinks themselves in the bathrooms, but it's, if you see a sign that says lavabos, then that'll take you to the bathrooms. They have a toilet in there. It's not just sinks.
And there's another one, the WC.
Yeah, there's the good old British WC. You still see signs that say WC. And
okay, hold on one moment. When I saw WC in Spain, I remember thinking to myself, that is the strangest two letters for a restroom. Like, I was just like, where did they come up with this? But Fred, take it away, explain.
I understand that for a while there, that was the standard way to find a bathroom around Europe. It was standardized as WC. Hopefully our viewers can comment on their experiences in different countries in Europe. I'm mostly familiar with France and Spain, and in France you also see signs that say WC on them. So in order to get yourself to the bathrooms, the signs might say baños, but they're probably going to say aseos, servicios, or lavabos, or WC. So you get to the little hallway or the little section, or wherever they have the bathrooms, and then the doors themselves are going to say either hombres and mujeres. Hombres are men, mujeres are women. Be careful, because if the door just says H and M, the M means women in Spanish.
All right, did you get that? H, men. M, women. When I was in Barcelona, we had to sit in a cafe for about 2 hours waiting for our COVID results. And I used this one bathroom quite a few times. I was drinking coffee. I was using the men's bathroom because I thought M meant men. So don't do that. That's why we're here. So you're out and about on a Friday or Saturday night in a busy city in Spain. Where do you find a bathroom? Well, if you're not at a bar or at a restaurant.
I would say that if you're not, that's probably where you go.
Okay.
You'll probably go to a restaurant, cafe, bar, and you'll sit down and have something. I mean, if you're out and about on a Friday or Saturday night in Spain, you should sit down and have something. And try some tapas. If you don't drink, there are tons of options. You don't drink, you were always having a Fanta de limon.
Yes, I was, and those are delicious. And
if you're out and about during the day, a good bet is a department store. Any shopping center gonna have bathrooms for you. Public buildings, bus stations, train stations, things like that all have a bathroom. And they have something new called To the Loo. And I've never tried them.
To the Loo.
They're supposed to be like, you pay like a euro and they're supposed to be luxury bathrooms. I've never tried them. If anybody's tried them, please comment and let us know what they were like and if it was worth the money. Somebody told me that in Atocha train station, for example, you have two options. You can go to the free public bathroom, like if you're going down into the bullet train, if you went, right when you get through security, there's the, you remember there were bathrooms there? And those were free. And then I understand that somewhere in that station there were some to the loo bathrooms, and then you pay for them, and they're very nice, very well kept up, and but it'll cost you. I've heard one person told me it was 80 euro cents, and I read somewhere that it was €1 now. And maybe,
now what I'm wondering, is it worth spending money to use the restroom?
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. Maybe in a train station or something
But do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, who wants to spend $1 to use the restroom? I guess we would have to experience it in order to know if it's really worth the 80 cents or the euro.
It could be. Do you remember when we were in the train station in Saragossa? Those bathrooms were pretty nasty.
That was really bad.
Those were pretty nasty. And men are able to use the bathroom without very much commitment.
Let's just say it. Men can use the bathroom without having to touch any surfaces.
Yeah,
Women, we do not have that option. So I think it would depend. If a man needs to use a restroom for different reasons, the cleanliness would not be an issue. But for us women,
yeah, so
there's different parameters for us using the bathroom.
Yeah, I think you put it very well. Men are able to use the bathroom without touching anything, and so if the bathroom's gross, then unless we have some unless we have needs to touch surfaces, then. But if so, maybe it would be worth the euro to go in and use a clean bathroom.
So how about fast food restaurants or places like Starbucks?
Well, that depends. A lot of times it's like here where you could probably go ahead and use the bathroom, but it's becoming more and more common in Spain for the sign to say there to be a sign next to the bathroom that says something about servicios solo para los clientes, so bathrooms only for customers. And you might also run into a door code, so you have to go get the 4 or 6 digit key code from the person that's working. And so it really depends. It's like the US. If it's a more touristy place and there's a lot of foot traffic, they might have it restricted to customers only.
So I read in a tourist book once that it's okay just to go into a bar bathroom and use it in Europe. In your experience living in Spain, is that true?
Well, I don't know about all of Europe, but in Spain, I would say if it's a busy Friday or Saturday night, you could probably get away with it. But like in the US, you probably wouldn't just walk into somebody's restaurant and, unless it's fast food and use the bathroom, especially if it's not very busy and, there's just one. Now, you can always ask. It was, and actually Spaniards are generally pretty easygoing. And if it's not in a tourist area where they're sick of just people in and out of their place all the time using the bathroom and not buying stuff, you can always ask them, ¿Puedo usar el baño? And especially if you have like maybe a child with you or something, or if you can express to them that you're sick, ¿Puedo usar el baño? They may very well tell you, yeah, of course, and so an option is just asking, but it usually it's usually not very acceptable to just simply walk into a small business and use their bathroom without buying something.
Which is also common here in the US.
Yeah, it's really similar. If you wouldn't walk into that business and just use their bathroom without buying something, if you would feel rude in the US doing that, you probably wouldn't do it in Spain either. Honestly, I think that when I'm walking around in Spain, you eat a lot in Spain to begin with. So they have that 5 planned meals a day. 5 planned meals. And
how do they work? They're always busy eating.
I know. And in between those, you sit down and you have a coffee, you sit down and have a drink, you sit down and so when you're out sightseeing in Spain, one of the things I suggest is to plan it so that every, hour or 2 or hour and a half, whatever you think you need, you're stopping and you're getting something, and it's not terribly expensive in Spain like it is in the US to stop and have a café con leche. So I think, I think that's one of the things you can do, and then you just plan that into you'll sit down and get something, and if it's a nice day out, you'll sit out in the little outdoor cafe part. Sometimes they'll charge you a tiny bit extra for sitting outdoors, but that's a good way to go in Spain. And then you can merge your bathroom usage into just living the Spain life and sitting down and having something and enjoying yourself and watch people go by. You're in a pretty city with pretty buildings.
I also read that you can map finding a bathroom, like just go on Google and map it. Does that work?
You can try it. I actually tested it out in Madrid and Barcelona, and I found that it was a little easier to find a public bathroom marked on Google Maps in Madrid than Barcelona. Barcelona, I saw more of the loo bathrooms actually.
Oh.
And but you can try it. Type in aseos públicos. I haven't tried it in English. You could try to type in public bathroom. And because they do, sometimes in the parks and things, they'll have an aseo público, and then you can go in and I believe they're always free. Like for example, our hotel was right by the Tirso de Molina metro stop, and then there was a little, there was a square around there, and then that one had aseos públicos in it. Now I didn't test it to see if you had to put a coin in or anything, but it's not Paris, so I assume it was free.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And
Thanks
thank you
for having me on your YouTube
joining
channel.
me today and helping everybody else find a bathroom in Spain and the terminology and the different ways to say it.
And I know you wanted everybody to see what Nerdy Cameraman looks like.
I know. My sweet husband.
Look, get the nerdy look going.
I'll get the nerdy look. Oh, yes.
Yeah. And but they didn't work very well with the lights, so.
Okay, folks. Once again, thank you for joining us. Please, if you have any suggestions, comment. If you've used To the Loo, I want to hear about it. I am curious if it's worth paying $1, not paying $1. What was your experience? And always, don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, and if you liked this video at all, please push click like, because it helps us in the YouTube algorithms to get a little more noticed. And we really appreciate it. And then of course, if you want to comment anything about your experiences, how you found a bathroom,
that too.
If there are any signs for bathrooms that we forgot about in Spain, let us know that.
Because we want to help you.
Yep.
Ciao.
Adios.